Perhaps Mary J. Blige should be arrested for making this movie. Stay tuned for my review of Body Cam. Body Cam is a 2020 horror police procedural movie released on VOD starring the great and talented Mary J. Blige. Now, she stars as a cop returning back to the force after her son's death, and you get to see a lot of how cops sort of have this brotherhood, and there's a little touch of some stuff going on with some racism and police sort of corruption, and the community versus the police. All this stuff is addressed in this movie, and it probably would come as to no surprise that this movie is a production put on by Paramount Pictures, as well as it is by the production company of BET Films. Now, the reason why I mention that is because this movie has struck a lot of conversation between folks, kind of being that it's, showcasing the cops in a bad way. But really, I'm just here to watch a great supernatural horror movie. And this ain't it. There's no sugarcoating about how bad of a movie this is. And what the shocking factor of that is that it's starring, like I said, Mary J. Blige, who I would come to expect something great from her, because she was Golden Globe nominated. She sold, I don't know how many millions and millions of records. Obviously, she can sing, and obviously, she can act pretty good, or else she wouldn't have got the nominations. But then to see her in something like this, not quite good. You would expect that she would be in something a little grander, something a little more thought provoking, maybe something like an Hereditary type movie, but not something as lazy as Body Cam. And the word lazy brings up a good point to this movie. It's written very lazy. The acting is very lazy. The structure of the story is very lazy. Even the horror supernatural elements, at least I would hope that I can enjoy that part of this movie. And even those parts are very bland. You've seen them done before. There's nothing really exciting as far as the horror elements in this movie. You've seen it before. Taking case point, there is one scene where Mary J. Blige and her rookie cop go to investigate an abandoned, sort of creepy house. You would expect that there's going to be some creepy stuff in there. Maybe the ghost or spirit's going to do some tricks and things. And I found myself almost falling asleep during this scene. When they do horror stuff, like I said, it's stuff you've seen before. The ghost or the spirit in this movie is not really that interesting. But I got to give them props on the gruesome deaths, at least. Some of the bodies and stuff, the gore. As far as that stuff, pretty solid. But I think that's about the only thing I can say that's good about this movie. Everything story-wise, you can probably pinpoint or you would see coming a mile away. There's nothing of a surprise in this movie. I mean, I think the only surprise is just how bland this movie is. Body Cam, for me, gets a 1 out of 5 zombie heads. And if you want a better movie to watch, if you've never seen the 2014 movie called Last Shift, that movie, but despite the ending and how I feel about that, up until that point, that movie is a excellent horror movie set around a cop sort of keeping the last sort of watch on this, I think, rundown prison, or no, it's a rundown police station that's going to be closing, I think, after a shift. So she's just kind of there, for the last night or so. And there's a lot of creepy stuff that happens in that. That movie is definitely scary. Now, I would have loved for them to sort of take some of the elements from that, and sort of made them even better when you have, you know, an actress like Mary J. Blige in your movie. But case in point, if you want to see a better movie, watch The Last Shift. Well, it's not but it's called Last Shift. Definitely check that out instead of this movie. I highly recommend that one. That is it for the horror review. Let me know down in the comment section if you like more of these or if you don't. I still want to know your opinion either way. Have you seen the movie Body Cam? And if you did, what are your thoughts? Leave them down in the comment section. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and leave this video a thumbs up. Thank you guys for all the support on the channel.